Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Can all of you hear me and see me okay? I hope so. So, the post market wrap up Thursday, June 12th, 2025. What happened today with our Treasury Secretary, Scott Bessent? How many of you actually caught it? Basically, he said this today's jobs report, which we're going to talk about in a moment. Today's jobs report came in at an 8-month high. He said it's fantastic. He also said the economy could not be stronger. Where do these people come from? How do they lie like that to the American people? You know how they do it? Because this is our fault. We're allowing this to happen. We're not speaking out. We're not pushing back. We can't possibly unify. I have 111 people here right now. People are falling off the map. You know what? Hold that thought because I'm going to tell you what's really going on here. Some of you might not like it, but I'm going to urge you to kind of stick around and just get out of the shower. Anyway, guys, listen. So with the market today, let's cover the market. All right. We started out in the negative. We finished with the Dow higher, the Nasdaq higher, the S&P 500 higher by just a little bit. Someone out here is buying some debt that pushed the stock market up. The dollar is getting decimated. This is on a comparative strength basis and everything else, man. Look, they're trying to tell us about the fake PPI numbers today, which we're going to talk about that. Inflation isn't rising. You got to be kidding me. Everything is going to be great. I mean, right out of the mouth of our U.S. Treasury Secretary, you can't make it up. But that's just the way it's going. I mean, I do not believe, and I'm going to say something here. Scott Bessent is not human, okay? It's a thing like the rest of them, and we're being led to the slaughter. This is the downfall. The downfall of America right now, we're following the same pattern that has brought down every single empire since the beginning of time. You don't believe it? All right, this is in your inbox right now, and I went through every single stage for you. But before we cover that, let's do this. So we're going to talk about the fantastic economic news that we got today. So let's come back to reality, please. Are we having fun yet? These are the reports that we got. So Lions, ready for some more propaganda? Here's today's headline. U.S. producer prices rise less than expected. They're still rising. And jobless claims jumped to an 8-month high. Now, according to Scott Bessent today, okay, this is beautiful. This is exactly where we're supposed to be. How many of you are going to continue to tolerate that? Push back, man. What can I tell you? Start screaming from rooftops. Start writing to these freaking senators and whoever the hell they are. Write directly to President Trump like he's going to listen to you. I mean, come on. So do you think that Bessent isn't told what to say by the people over Trump? Oh, of course. So anyway, let's do this here. This is Bloomberg, all of it in CNBC. Pick one. Number one, U.S. producer prices rise, but less than was anticipated. And of course, jobless claims jumping to an 8-month high. But this is great. Bessent said so, so it must be true. So just turn off this video and go listen to Scott Bessent because Scott Bessent is telling you the truth. How many of you, let's take a little poll here. Do you trust Scott Bessent? When you even hear that name, does your gut kind of twinge? Do you get a little bit of a headache here? You see, that's the spirit telling you that there is something very wrong here. Okay, now let's cover this news. Another Babylon two-faced headline, pure control by contradiction. That's what we got right here. It's classic formula. Now, producer prices, let's cover that first. Rise less than expected. This is what they're saying. See, everyone, inflation is under control. How about that's absolutely 100% false? Oh, he went on to say that tariffs are not a tax. Yeah, that's true. It's something else. Number two, jobless claims hit an 8-month high, but pay no attention to this. It's just a temporary blip. False. They headlined the producer prices as less than expected to keep markets soothed. It seemed to work a little bit. Okay, it's no big deal. Next, they bury the negative reality. Jobless claims jump to an 8-month high, equal deteriorating labor market. No problem for them, but to you and I, this is a major problem. Rising claims mean what? Businesses are laying off and they are cutting costs. Now, the reality here on Earth, is a little bit different than the world that Besant lives in. In J.D. Vance saying even our president, because again, they're taking their orders. Are we on the same page? Let's move forward. So the reality here on Earth, people, producer prices continue to climb. Supply chains are under stress. Rising joblessness claims confirm that the underlying demand is falling and businesses are bracing for a slowdown. Sound about right to you? The system is shrinking by their own freaking numbers, but Besant tells you no. Inflation is not conquered. Costs are still rising. The job market is now visibly deteriorating, but Besant says no, so he must be right. And the lie will be maintained as long as possible. So expect, this is what I want you to take away from this, all right? So expect that economic data and people like Scott Besant, economic data contradictions will now be more frequent and more absurd from here. You can't make up what happened today. It's impossible. Now let's talk about this. Clemente, thank you so much here, so much. We have only 700 people here. No one cares, but hold that thought. I'm going to tell you what's actually going on. You know what this is? This is the remnant. Do you know what the remnant is? It's, hold that thought, and I'm going to tell you what I mean by the remnant here. The final stage. This is where America is right now. Let's break this down. Now, you guys and girls can read through this. It's in your inbox along with this. And you can tell me where I got this wrong, all right? I personally believe that, especially you guys and girls, you're going to say, Greg, this is 100% right. So let's talk about this. Lions. Every empire and every nation that has fallen since time immemorial has followed the same pattern, which I'm going to outline for you right here. The pattern of America. As prosperity fades, the people turn on each other. This sows division and hatred. Division weakens the nation further, while rulers, you know who I'm talking about, they grow richer in the chaos. A nation at war with itself cannot stand. Does that statement there, does it sound familiar to you? Exactly. Massive debt is created to fund corruption. Money is printed to cover lies. The rich rob the poor through inflation and rob them blind. The government steals the people's future, their dreams, and their hopes to sustain its power. The collapse of the currency is a physical symptom of the disease. Why do you think J.D. Vance now? Lower rates, kill the dollar. President Trump, lower rates, weaken that dollar. They're playing in it. They know. Do you think that if I know this, that they don't know that? This is devilism. They're devils. They are devils sent from hell. I don't know the way to put it. Let's move this forward here. So the collapse of the currency is a physical symptom of the disease, and you are watching it right now. The deficit, we just found out it ballooned. But this was supposed to be fixed. Remember, tariffs were going to pay for it. Greg, you're going to be wrong. I'm gonna laugh in your face. Well, guess who's laughing in those people's faces? I and I. Deficits are exploding and the dollar is dying. You think this is by accident? Really? The nation is devouring itself from within. I've been telling you guys and girls since I don't know how long now. We're being destroyed from within. The final stage before collapse is cannibalism of the system. Institutions collapse. Corruption eats through every level of government. You think you're seeing that right now? The debt spiral accelerates beyond control. Trust in leadership vanishes, and the middle class gets wiped out. Do you see this happening now? Or should Greg go put on a tinfoil hat? The nation eats itself alive, trying to preserve the illusion of power. We're doing great. Listen to Scott Besant today. This jobs report at 8-month high, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. That's how stupid he thinks you are. And he's going to go home and kiss his husband right on the freaking mouth. Oh, you didn't know he was a homosexual? I'm not holding that against him. But just in case you were wondering, this is the guy Trump chose with adopted children. I'm sure that really sits well with all you Christians and Catholics who love Donald Trump. You can't make it up, but this is where we are. So control by contradiction. Right there is control by contradiction. Whatever. So anyway, the nation eats itself alive, trying to preserve the illusion of power. But the more it continues, the weaker it becomes. The empire/nation devours itself from within. People, let me show you this here, okay? This is where America is right now, and you are seeing this in real time. Now, for those of you that maybe have an idea that this is a little deeper, that maybe the United States of America and every single failed empire before it falls for maybe another reason, maybe the judgment of the Almighty. Yeah, that's maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's talk about that. Every empire that has fallen followed the same pattern as well. It begins when the nation abandons reverence for the Most High, when its leaders, people, and systems place power, money, and pride above righteousness. The culture celebrates what is evil and mocks what is holy. False gods are lifted up. Some people, even my own mother, believes that Donald Trump was sent by God. There's a big secret for you. Okay. The gods of war, wealth, entertainment, and self-worship. Once this shift happens, the nation is already under spiritual judgment. And this is America. You guys want to call me out? You want to say I'm really out there? No. I know the truth. And let me tell you something else. 99% of the people that are here also know the truth when they hear it. You think that was right? It's exactly right. We are under judgment right now. And the remnant is you guys, okay? I sincerely believe that God is calling on people here, his people, to raise awareness, right, Mitch? You're aware. To allow ourselves to maybe get out of this freaking place. I'm telling you the truth. This is coming down. This is the downfall. What else can I tell you? You guys and girls, man, look. What do I tell you? Connect to the source. You guys and girls here who have that connection to the source, which I believe is most of you here, maybe you should talk to the Almighty, okay? Work on your relationship with the Almighty here. It's not just about believing. You understand? Believing is one thing. It's about having a relationship with God. And I think we're pretty much on the same page. And every time I mention God, guess what happens? I lose people. And that's okay. They're not part of the remnant that you guys and girls are. If you're still here listening to what I just told you, you realize that this is God's judgment on the United States of America right now. It can't be escaped from. It's just over here. Moral decay and rot across the board. As a matter of fact, I'm writing a paper right freaking now. The title is one word. It's rot. I'm not gonna have this done today, but tomorrow morning I'll have it out for you. It'll be in your inbox if you subscribe to my newsletter. I'm gonna break this down like no one has broken it down before. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Step by step, I'm gonna tell you where the rot is, and I'm gonna tell you what's going on here. And I'm going to urge you guys to share it. I'm about a quarter through right now. I'm going to work through it later on today. And then obviously I'm going to get up early. I'll probably be up at like 4. I'll start working on it. Anyway, guys, look, man, this is what's happening here. Everyone said, oh, God has another plan. Yeah, the God's plan is America is going down for the same reasons that every other empire has gone down before it. Period. I think we're pretty much on the same page. At least I hope we are. All right, guys and girls, listen, is there anything you guys and girls want to cover before we get out of here today? I can't read these here too well. It's going too fast for me. Anyway, look, guys, this guy here loves you from the heart with all I got. And I really, really want to hear from you on this. You think I nailed it with this last piece here? You think this whole thing is actually true or no? How about this one? How about this one, people? This is all fantastic news, according to our beautiful man, Scott Bessent. This guy should be gone, okay? Gone. But he's not going to be, you see, because there's not going to be any pushback No one's going to hold him to account. No one's going to hold anyone to account. You think J.D. Vance was held to account yesterday saying that the Federal Reserve is committing monetary malpractice? The Federal Reserve is going to be cutting rates. He knows they are. You got the Federal Reserve working with the Vice President of the United States and the President of the United States sell you a lie that the 96% of the purchasing power of the dollar that's already gone, it's not enough. What have I been telling you for 1,000 years? They want it all. They want it all because they're working towards a new system. And they selected the right man, the chosen one. You know exactly who I'm talking about here. And little Damian Thorne is J.D. Vance. Right, Jonathan? You know exactly. You're 100% right. 100% right. We now have devils. Devils. We had a horrible bunch of people in there before, but now we have devils in here. Okay? I don't know another way to put it to you. If you still can't see that, if you still feel that this is all going to turn around and you're like my mother here, Donald Trump is sent here by God, Greg, well, then I guess you guys and girls are completely lost along with my freaking mother. Okay? Anyway, I don't talk to my mother anymore. You know what my mother said? I'm going to tell you something that my mother said to me. She said, Greg, you couldn't wipe Donald Trump's ass. That's what my mother said to me. What do you think of that? That's how demented some of these people are. Yeah, you heard that. And you know what? I'm not embarrassed to tell you guys that because we're a family. We are one eye and eye. And that's really the truth. All right, guys, listen. Love you all with all I got. My hair is a disaster. Let's see if we can fix it up. Love you all. Yeah, we'll keep trusting Jonathan, you're 100% right. 100%. All the glory goes to God. We all trust God. God's judgment is on America. It's over here. It's over. And it's just over. It's just too much. It really is here. When we can allow something like Scott Bessent here, J.D. Vance, even Donald Trump, all of them, to get in here. And I'm telling you right now that the other ones weren't any better here. The mummy creature, the other thing that was running for the presidency, we had no say-so in this. I told you guys from day one how this was going to play out. I said whoever was chosen would be the biggest traitor to the United States in the history of this nation. And that's exactly who we got. And you can't make it up. Love you guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Please look out for my paper. One word title, rot. Love you.